Hello, and welcome to the final episode of Rugby Through the Leagues podcast in this series. Time has come. Obviously, we had the New Beginnings episode the other day with Adam and Buster. Rugby Through the Leagues grassroots days have started again, so we're moving forward, but obviously you can still catch us. But yeah, it's been emotional. This first series obviously started April. We now managed to make it to 32 episodes on the first run through. We've had some amazing guests along the way. We managed to get out to grassroots rugby and start that again before the end of this series. So Buster was down at Southsea Nomads on Saturday, just gone. Got Adam going out to Hook and Odium on Saturday coming against Gosport 2s. Great to get back again amongst the grassroots rugby again, because you guys really seem to enjoy that. The biggest responses seem to be from the interviews with those that are involved in grassroots rugby as well. So yeah, it's really great to sort of put that out there and give something that you guys want to see and give something back to the game as well, because the game at the minute, as you can see, is on the up in most aspects, but also holding itself back, and we discuss this quite a lot on the pod. And yeah, it's kind of at a crossroads, rugby, and hopefully we can help guide that through with opening the door for grassroots clubs to put themselves in the shop window and get you guys down to other games outside of your mix as well, because there is always a game on. There's pretty much barely a blank weekend in the grassroots game, especially with women's games usually now being on the Sunday as well. So like having women's being able to get down on a Sunday, you can go and see the men's on a Saturday and still get a women's game in on a Sunday as well. So great time to be in rugby and grassroots as well. And just want to say thank you to all the clubs that have accommodated us and already starting to get himself in the schedule for next year as well, because wouldn't be able to do it without you guys actually opening the doors and letting us in. So Petersfield, Newbury, Gosport, Millbrook, you've all been a blinder getting that sort of summer schedule available for me to try that. Flaming Unicorns as well for letting me to throw me kit on and have a run around on a day that I wasn't planning. And then recently, obviously, Southsea Nomads, more than welcoming to Buster getting down there for his first attempt. And Lymington obviously had a bit of a trek, so didn't manage to get as much info and footage from them, but they've opened a door for us to go down there in the new year as well. Yeah, really good growing list of people that want to come and allow us to come and bother them for a day and show what these clubs are about. And we've got the double header coming up in Guernsey in January. I've managed to book my flights, and Adam is in the process of that as well. We're hopefully going to complete a hat trick and get Buster there as well, so all three of us can hopefully do a full episode show together. The rugby return stuff, I know some of you might be wondering what's gone on with that. I've actually been out and about watching Spain national team recently, so unavailable for quite a few games due to that. I've been in the gym though. I've been getting myself into some sort of nick. The Denia team's not gone too great at the minute. They lost at the weekend 83-0 to Accra, who are basically a semi-professional side. So cricket score, but there's also a reason to a certain degree behind it. But a bit of a rebuild going on as well, and yeah, it's going to be a hard season now. I was expecting a little bit different after what I was told in the lead up, but I'm here, I'm playing, and I want to carry on and help try and change the dynamic of what's going on at the minute. And little by little, still playing, still out there, still got my boots on, and yeah, looking and enjoying it as well. Getting down there on a Tuesday, Thursday is completely different to not being able to do it. Obviously coaching as well. The Aguilas are flying. We're with 3 wins from 3. Schedules had to be rejiggled because obviously everything that happened in Valencia, but we've got another game this Sunday coming up and a game Saturday. So we've got 6 games in the first league. We're 3 from 3, 48-19 or 26 at the weekend. I wasn't obviously there because I was invited to live for the Spain-Fiji game. So lads are flying. Little bits that we need to keep working on. Availability is always difficult over here. The availability seems to be a common challenge for most clubs in Spain, which is no different to England as well. So yeah, it's all fun and games, and the Aguilas are flying, so we're happy with that. Just wanted to really run through this sort of episode and say it's been a blast. We've had some great guests on, all the way back to episode 1 where we had Polly on. Hopefully got Polly coming back on a couple of other episodes in the future as well, because great rugby bloke, and just another one that loves the game and loves trying to grow the sport. Liam Perkins obviously at Petersfield, Matt McLean at Petersfield done an absolute solid, coming on really early on the pod as well. Great guests and great content. Haven't obviously Will Knight, Coach Oz, and Sean Sheps coming on. Great figures again from everyone that wanted to jump on. We had Keanu from the India setup as well, was another amazing one. Managing to get an England captain on pretty early doors as well, Michelle. So Russell Earnshaw, Warren Abrahams, Tom Martin from New Zealand, the All Black Sevens. Obviously Dan Richmond coming on from his many exploits and being on the thing. Joe Batley, who recently missed out on England A due to breaking his leg. It's been a blast. There's so many, obviously it's pretty much 32 episodes now, and the list goes on, and there's bits that jump out, and there's bits that I could probably done better, and that's what I want this little break to do, and go away and figure out how we can move forward. We had a few issues with technicals and not being here and going away and having to record episodes twice or 3 times, like with Dara Coyle. I had to redo that episode, and it's been a journey, and this first series has been a blast. I've loved it. Really want to be able to sort of put the right bits in place for the next time round, and obviously with Buster and Adam available as well, I think having the dynamic of 2 or 3 of us, or however we decide to do it when we interview some big guests coming up as well. Hopefully more out and about as well. Going to try and actually get out rather than just sitting in front of here and interviewing people. I think some of the episodes we can manage to get out in the field. So yeah, it's going to be a really exciting one coming up, and some really great guests. I know I keep banging on about them. Got an England manager or ex-England manager coming on. Current players that some other really obscure ones that you guys probably wonder why, but there's a bigger story behind it as well. Some ones that are going to be hopefully blockbuster for a few people. So yeah, I can't wait to get them in and get them recorded up. We're in the process of getting the website done, so the website's going to be going up. Logo's being redone. Obviously there wasn't much uptake on how we planned on doing it, so we're going to take that back to the drawing board. So logo's going to be redone. We're going to open up a stash website as well, so you guys can start getting some Rugby Through the Leagues podcast stash to start representing to all those people that don't know who we are. Going to look at doing a Patreon or something like that, so you guys can come on as live audience or guests, etc. So yeah, there's a big few plans coming on. Buster and Adam obviously going to keep going strong with the grassroots rugby stuff as a separate part of the content. Hopefully look to add a couple more towards the close season. So next season we might have another couple of presenters added onto the list, and so we can get more coverage and more clubs involved. So that'd be great to try and spread that a little bit further across. We just want to know what you guys want as well. I think you really enjoying the grassroots rugby, but if there's other bits that you think that we could potentially add value to the game, the door's open. Just message us. So I'll get quite a few messages of support and messages for bits. People want to come on board and jump on the pod, and it's really appreciated. The list is massive. I've got a massive list to sort of sit back and re-put together of how we want to move forward and who we want to get on, and people that want to come on is brilliant. And now that we've got other aspects of it, I think we can focus on other certain certain people coming on certain strands of the pod as well. So rather than coming on just filling up episodes, we can sort of actually allow them to shine a spotlight on exactly what they want to do. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting few months getting everything set, ready for the relaunch in Feb. We're going to have the Six Nations Fantasy episode probably coming out mid-Jan, I reckon, just ahead of the start of the Six Nations at the end of Jan. So we want you guys involved in that as well. So we want to do the episode, and we want to set the league up, and we want you guys involved in the league. We'll set up a little community WhatsApp or something like that, so everyone can take the piss out of each other, wind each other up, or however we want to do it, as long as we keep it friendly. And who knows, maybe the winner of the league ends up coming on the pod or tells us where we're going in a future episode. So yeah, it'll be a good fun, get everyone involved. Adds a bit to the Six Nations. Obviously it's quite hard being an England fan at the minute, and probably even worse being a Welsh fan. So we've got to add some sort of jeer and humour, hopefully, to the Six Nations that we got ahead, because I don't think it's going to get any easier, because obviously Steve's just going to keep saying we're going to keep improving. At what point is that improvement actually going to come to anything? I don't know. Everyone got tired of Eddie for a while, but Eddie had results for a period, and we've got a very, very good team in England, and it's not coming out the way probably a lot of people foresee. So it's going to be interesting to see if he makes the Six Nations. I doubt he will get sacked. I don't think the RFU have got the bollocks to make decisions like that close to a Six Nations anyway. So yeah, whether Gatland makes it is another question, because I think the net is narrowing on Gats. I think him coming back was a poor choice on his behalf potentially, but Wales needed him, thought he was a solution, and I don't think that has worked out how he planned or they planned. There's something fundamentally wrong down and up and down the chain there, but it's not just sat with Gats, it's not sat with any of them. I think there's a bigger problem with the whole of the Wales union set up at the minute. So I think that's something that's got to be rooted out before that can improve. Look at what happened to Australia, look where they are now. They've come over here and caused significant damage to Wales and to England, and look very, very good after a sizable rebuild. So yeah, rugby's changing, but as we all know, it's a 4-year cycle. So they could have peaked too early, and maybe we're going to peak at the right time again. Who knows? Let's hope it's that one and we win a World Cup. But the one World Cup that we have got a very, very good chance at is the women's, and I can't wait to get that in and around the pod next year time, because that's going to be sensational. Great viewing. Looks like Alona Mayer is coming over to England to play a club rugby as well, potentially in the lead up to it as well. So that'd be good. Great to see her on the stage. Obviously, me and Matt Merritt spoke about that the other week, what position she would play. She said she'd already played centre throughout her career, and she's quite interested in playing 8. So me and Matt must have sort of had a premonition about that, because she actually done that in a recent interview. So yeah, that could be really interesting to see what club would be able to fit her in, as well with how much that would then boost the women's game further within the UK, because that's going to be box office. Seeing her come across, obviously massive. What's going on with her Dancing with the Stars at the minute as well, so that's really interesting to see how she's able to transfer that across into the women's game and how that can continue to grow. But just want to say thank you to everyone that started joining throughout, whoever's followed, whoever's liked, whoever's commented, whoever's shared. Everything you guys have done has made this so much easier to keep going, and to obviously put the plans in place for the next lot round. And really appreciate everyone that watches or listens or tells other people about it, and all these grassroots clubs that are opening the doors to us to carry on growing the game for them and for us as a pod as well. Really, really appreciative. Just want to try and keep growing the game, keep growing the pod, make sure we can keep pushing forward, and allow it to eventually, who knows where it could go, because there's some great clubs out there. There's great fan bases, and hopefully we're showing what the game's got to offer, and it's a slightly different way of showing the game and how we support it, and we're loving it. We're enjoying it. We love going to see these clubs, and I was sat there able to edit Buster's one on Saturday night, and just sat there and just watching grassroots rugby through Buster being there as well, and what everyone's voice and how they're excited to talk about their club. And it's going to be a great one to keep that message coming across and allowing people to talk so passionately about their club and the game we all love. So I think on that note, it's time to probably call the end of the series. Keep abreast of everything on Insta, on TikTok. We've got the Twitter. We're going to revamp a lot of our socials, the website. Try and really push forward with a lot of stuff. So YouTube's obviously going to hopefully get a bit more content coming out as well. So, but the email's out there as well. So rugbyttl@hotmail.com at the minute. So if there's any bits you guys pops in your head, drop us a message on Instagram, Facebook, all of them. We're available to talk to you, and hopefully you can give us some ideas, or say, actually, I know somebody that wants to do this with the pod. So we're more than welcome to open the door to collabs and everything like that. We want to really help grow the game as well. And Adam going to Hook and Odium on Saturday after, he's got Farnham Tots as well, so that's going to be a blinder. So Farnham's got their own podcast as well, so we're doing a collaborative day with them, so that's going to be really good fun, getting down there and talking to Farnham and Tots. I spoke to Tots the other day as well, and they're flying at the minute, so it'd be great to see that top of the table clash. Adam and Buster are obviously going together to US Pompey with the Isle of Wight visiting, and it looks like they're on the Shant afterwards, so we might even get a pod after dark version, you never know, like the old Hollyoaks. But can't wait to get the pod growing further and getting that game out there. So for everyone that's joined, everyone that follows, everyone that subscribes, keep following, keep supporting, keep sharing, and thank you and goodbye.